Yeah, it's lovely to be talking to you today ahead of the 2023 season, or perhaps we're already in the 2023 season when this goes up. For those that don't know you, can you just briefly introduce yourself?
I'm Ciara McDonnell and I'm the goalkeeper for the seniors and I'm only 17.
17, that's impressive. We have a great mix of ages in the squad this season, don't we?
Yeah, we've loads.
Ciara, you're joining the club having done your trade with the underage level with Greystones United and Bray Wanderers at under 17 and under 19 levels. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
For me it was a great experience as I was going to a under 19 team only being 15 and 16 and it was competitive but like I didn't find it that hard. Like it was a bit of like challenging knowing that there was people a lot more older, if you get me.
Yeah, definitely. Because obviously, I suppose it's a big like range of experiences when you're playing up levels. But I'm sure you learned a lot from that experience. Did you learn anything valuable that you take into your game now from that experience?
Or just take it like to be more like cautious of like yourself more. Like
Hmm.
don't commit tackles that you know you won't be able to pull out, if you get me.
Yeah, for sure. You're obviously making the jump from obviously we just said the underage sides in League of Ireland where you're really impressed to the senior women's here at Treaty. How are you feeling about that jump?
I'm excited to get more experience and to be challenged more and obviously to learn more. As we know that there was a Canadian goalkeeper came in and
Hmm.
from what we've seen so far she's very good.
Yeah, she's
And
really
for
impressive.
me I think I'll learn a lot more from her than I would have in
Definitely.
the 19s.
Definitely. What do you think may be your biggest challenge coming up to the senior women's level?
Probably just getting in the goal.
Getting in the goal. I'm sure we'll see you in there plenty of times during the season. Is there anything you're nervous about coming up to senior women's?
I don't know. Probably like just being in the net,
Yeah.
like knowing that
Scary
there is,
place.
yeah, and there is international shooting against you.
Yeah, no, I used to be a goalkeeper myself, so I'm well used to how big and scary that neck can seem sometimes, but I'm sure you'll be fabulous as always. Um, so like myself, as we just had mentioned before we even started the interview, you've had a tough few months, I suppose, with school, and we've a tough few months coming up before
Yeah,
us leading into the leaving cert. How are you finding juggling, I suppose, life with football, life with like school, social life? How are you finding time managing?
at the moment I'm finding it okay, but I say closer to leaving cert, I will find it more challenging as like I won't have as much time to study as everyone else.
And you're traveling a lot, aren't you? You're from up the country
Yeah, I'm traveling 2.5 hours to get to training.
and 2.5 hours back. It's a big commitment.
It is.
You getting a bit of study done in the car on the way down?
No, just
Um,
fall asleep.
yeah, so how do you like do you find that you just have to be really on it with your time management and having to like schedule stuff in?
Yeah, like we have a time plan at home that we have to set by.
Wow, so you're super organized altogether. What does that time plan look like?
A bit messy.
A bit messy, for sure. I
Yeah,
suppose everyone's is at the moment. And I suppose a lot of the girls are going through the same experience as you on the team or are going through a junior cert or have even gone through it before you. So it's kind of like a little support bubble that you have around you at all
yeah,
times. It's like you can lean on them because you know there's other people going through the same thing as you.
yeah. And I have a sister as well in the team that's the same age, so we're both just sticking out together.
Yeah, for sure. Um, how so obviously growing up, how did your like where you grew up and how you grew up playing football, how did that influence your love for the game? Did you have anyone in particular you looked up to?
My sister.
Your sister. Tell us a bit about your sister.
So I'm a triplet, and
Oh, yeah.
I used to stand on the side of the pitch. Like I never thought I'd be in football. I was a real girly girl now, and like I got to know a few of the girls on our team. And when
Hmm.
I was 10, I realized like I actually want to get into the sport as like they get them girls seemed like my sister's sisters. So
Yeah.
I joined the team with her, and ever since then I just stuck at.
Does she inspire you a lot?
Yeah, because she's like had so many challenges and she's got through them all.
Yeah,
So
she seems like a strong girl. I can't wait to talk to her later on in the week.
yeah,
Um, so obviously, as I mentioned before, there's a really great mix of like ages in the team. I even just saw your all your birthdays there a while ago, and like the age range is like it's unreal to see like the age range. Like there's a good few years between some of you. How do you feel about the different ages in the team?
I think it's kind of like exciting because you get to learn about loads of people else's different life and like
Hmm.
how they went through football and all, and how much it's grown for women.
And obviously, like we've with age comes experience, and there's a great like range of experience there. Like we've players like Ciara McCormack coming in, and we've obviously the girls coming in from Canada, from America that have so much experience. Like, are you learning from those girls?
Yeah, like I said, Annie's such an amazing goalkeeper, and just looking at her, you're like, you want to be like that because
Hmm.
it's just amazing to see a goalkeeper that age be so good. Like,
And I think it's great to see that because obviously you're coming up from under 17s, coming up from under 19s, where you're just with under 17s, you're just with under 19s, you're with the same age group. And I suppose it's a whole new world. Like these girls are different stages of life than some of you would be. And like, I think that's an amazing thing to learn from.
yeah, like you can physically see it as well that the
Hmm.
girls are physically older and stronger.
Hmm.
And like when you are coming up to them, like you do get nervous because you're kind of like,
Yeah.
am I going to get them or not?
Yeah. I mean, I'm nervous interviewing all the older girls now myself. Um, But I suppose even with Annie and like with the goalkeeping, like you're a very different position on the pitch. You know, like you're not outfield players, so to speak. Like you have your own little zone. Do you like being a goalkeeper? Tell us a little bit about being a goalkeeper, because I suppose a lot of people haven't played goals, like they've always played outfield. So tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about it.
I think everyone thinks it's meant to be such an easy job, but when you're
Hmm.
actually in the net, you do need a lot more skills and like
Hmm.
you need to be smart in how you play. Like if
Hmm.
you're gonna commit to something, you have to put your full body through it, or else it will be a goal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get like don't worry, I get you. I used to play there myself and I broke 7 fingers in there, so I can tell you they're like
Yeah,
it's not an easy position at all. Like though and you're the eyes of the pitch. You see everything, you're at the back, you see everyone,
yeah.
everything. How do you like command your space in the goal and kind of let people know what you're doing? Like how does that work for you?
Like if I was standing goal, I normally like tell the players where to go and like who to mark and where the spaces are and what way to pass it. Because
Yeah.
that's just the way I'd see how you should play it. For me.
For sure. How do you feel you've all been getting on as a team? Because obviously you've all been together like for a few weeks now, months now, training together. Obviously, there's still a few girls coming in even now. But how do you feel you've all been getting on as a team, even off the pitch? How are you getting on?
I think it took a while for us all to bond. Like
Hmm.
at the start, it was real like groups, but
Hmm.
now we're all kind of starting to talk to each other, and
Hmm.
everyone's just like clicking now.
Yeah.
And now like the Canadians are coming in, they're kind of breaking it up as well, like the little clique there used to be, because now we all just need to talk to each other and just play as a team and like kind of create a family out of it.
Especially essential for a team. And I'm sure as the season goes on, even in the first 2 weeks, I'm sure you're going to become a very, very close group. I can see that already, especially coming into March 4th. How are you feeling about the game on March 4th? Are you excited for it?
I am, and I'm like from the pre-season games that we've played, I think
Hmm.
we will do well against the teams in
Hmm.
the future. Like people expected us to get beaten by Cork, but it turned the other way around and kind of
Yeah.
showed us more, and like it kind of put more respect on our name.
For sure, and I was delighted to see you win against Cork because I think it's a real confidence booster coming into the season. Like I just can't. I'm sure everyone can't wait to see you play, and I know I am for sure. Like I'm so excited to see you play. Are you getting hyped up now? Do you have your game faces on?
Yeah, we do. Like we're taking training more serious. Like there's no messing around. It's get your head out and do with your work, and then after you can talk.
Hmm.
Like there's no messing going on, no stopping training, saying stop talking around. It's just straight in.
Hmm. How are you feeling as a whole about the season ahead?
I am excited. Like I want to see how the team will do and
Hmm.
like how many games we'll win. Because I say we would have a chance on winning the league. I know it will be tough, but I say we would have a chance.
Like where there's a will, there's a way, as they say.
Yeah.
Um, like obviously you have your team goals, obviously hopefully getting as many results as you can this season. But what are your personal goals for the season ahead?
Probably just to get in that.
I think I'm sure we'll see that a lot because even between yourself and Annie, like it's great to have even a little bit of a competitiveness even between yourselves.
Yeah, and as well as that, like she like tries to encourage him more. Like she's
Hmm.
like, "You're a good goalkeeper. Like you can do this."
Like you have your own, obviously there's a team bubble, but you have your own little keeper bubble
Yeah,
then as well, which is
kind
nice.
of a goalkeeper gang going on.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously we mightn't have had the best season last season, and obviously there's been great growth in the women's game in the past few years, and there's a lot more, I suppose, eyes on the women's game in the last few years. What would you say to the fans to get them kind of encouraged, get them hype up, get them to come down and support in the women's games?
I'd say like women's have grown a lot more, and like my brothers came down and see games. Like women actually play a lot better than men do. So I'd say just come down and have a look for yourself,
For
and you'll
sure.
see that we are better.
Yeah, because I think there has been a shift, and I think it's a good shift because there's more attention on the women's game. Like Joe, if you can't see it, you can't be it. So obviously, we're trying to encourage as many fans to come down and watch the game, as many young girls. We really want. Look, these girls are here in front of you. Look up to them, and maybe you can be like them one day, playing for Trudy, hopefully. So
Yeah.
we're just trying to get as many people coming down to the Marcus Field, and even to the away matches would be great as well.
Yeah, it's just as many support as you can get. You'd be grateful for.
Yeah, so I think that's it, Kira. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Looking forward to meeting you all again in person on March 4th.
See you then.